they might got into a little spat, a little fight, or something went down, and Puff did that play fighting stuff that he always do, and that pillow fighting stuff, and probably smothered her. But I wouldn't say that on the air. I wouldn't let people know that he probably smothered her to death, and because she had a bad cold or she felt some kind of way that she died doing them having that play fight with the pillow fights and everything.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? I got some old crazy news for y'all. This Kim Porter book going viral on Amazon. They sold out. I tried to get me a copy. They ain't even got no more copies up there, man. Now, Diddy K said that they mama didn't write the book, but you figure they gotta say what they gotta say, cause they trying to keep their father out of jail. He the only way they gonna get paid, and that's if he got any money left. But the streets is talking, and they trying to put Kim Porter's death on Diddy. They saying that he the one that smothered her to death with a pillow. Gene Deal said it, now everybody running with it. And it's not hard to believe because people say all different types of sinister things about this man, and people believe it, whatever anybody got to say. Now, it's a possibility that he did do that because the day that she passed, he ironically was on the property, and some people saying that he the one that called the police.
Miss Porter, how's everything with you?
A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex and mysteriously died.
I mean, this moment is special for me and my family.
Her good friend
Diddy was on the scene when she died. When they pulled up to see what was going on, Diddy was waiting outside with the cell phone in his hand. It's looking like he the one that called the police.
Miss Porter, how's everything with you?
A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex and mysteriously died.
I mean, this moment is special for me and my family.
Her good friend Kimora Lee Simmons appearing inconsolable at the house. Porter's body found after a desperate call to 911.
You and Diddy have produced some fantastic upgrade.
Kim's untimely death raising questions and sending shockwaves through Hollywood.
He had
What was Diddy doing at her house? And they don't even get along like that. I could see if she died in his house, but did he catch a plane out there? And he just so happened to be on her premises the same day she passed away. Hold up.
You and Diddy have produced some fantastic upgrade.
Kim's untimely death raising questions and sending shockwaves.
Now, who this fat bastard that he talking to? Diddy look like he calling the plays. Like, look, you say this and you say that, and your fat ass better not say nothing. They ain't even cut the grass around the house. They look like they struggling over there. And the multi-billionaire just so happened to be on the rinky-dink property where she passed away. This cold-blooded, and this ain't no disrespect to Kim Porter, but they saying that he went in there, took her out the game, and paid them security guards not to say nothing.
Through Hollywood.
He had vital information on the cause of her death that was contradictory to what the coroner after him had stated.
Trifling, and more trifling.
Everything about this situation is very trifling, just like Kim Porter said. And you got people out there that want justice for this woman because Cassie got justice. They released the video footage of Cassie. What about the countless videotapes they got of Kim Porter getting assaulted? All of the hotels they've been to. You mean to tell me they ain't got them on camera? She lived in a very nice house. I'm pretty sure they had cameras all around the house. Why they ain't put that out there yet? It's people like Gene Deal putting in that work, and he ain't gonna stop until they investigate what's going on with Kim Porter. He the reason why Diddy going through it right now. So when Gene say that they need to reopen that case, that mean that they need to reopen that case.
I wish, for the sake of Kim's family, if you know what I know, he put Kim in a gold casket, then has 24-hour security at the funeral home so nobody would go in there and touch the casket or take Kim out of there. I think that they should reopen her case and have an independent pathologist look at everything about her so she can rest in peace.
Now, this the only thing that's keeping them from reopening this case because her kids don't want them to reopen this. Her kids want people to leave this alone. Her kids want people to quit speaking on their mama, and I don't blame them. They want her to rest in peace. She gone now. Quit dragging her through the mud, and that's not what I'm trying to do with this video, but they released this book, and the stuff that's being said in the book, like Diddy getting it in with Al B. Shore, I don't find that hard to believe. People saying that they lying about that, but when it comes to Diddy, I'm willing to believe whatever they got to say about him. Me personally, I think he a sex alien. He gotta be, because we ain't never heard no freaky business like this until he was born. They not gonna be able to reopen the case regardless of how many people want them to, because the children of Diddy and Kim Porter say their mother did not write the book. We are deeply saddened that the world has made a spectacle of what has been the most tragic event of our lives, they wrote in a shared statement on Instagram. Yeah, to keep this man out of jail, because if people start connecting the dots, he ain't gonna come home no time soon. And what they gonna do, they all got his last name, especially the kids that look dead on him. Quincy gonna be all right. The other one, Justin, he gonna be all right. But them twins and that other boy that look dead on him, they ain't even gonna be able to get a job at Wendy's because of who they daddy is, man. Now, it's a bunch of stuff out here in the news. Diddy's freak-off arrest will have Kim Porter turning over in her grave, her ex-lawyer says, because they know that she was on them tapes. And he had her working overtime. Y'all thought he had Cassie working, but rest in peace. We ain't here to talk about what she did in her life. We talking about giving her some justice in her passing, man. Kim Porter will be horrified by the blaring headlines about her supposed memoir and Sean Diddy Combs' salacious sex trafficking indictment, her former family attorney told the Business Insider. Well, if she was writing on the book, she probably would have been overjoyed that this man was going down. After all the times he kicked her in her ass like Cassie, she probably celebrating in the afterlife. Probably, allegedly. I don't want to be speaking on nobody that's no longer here. They said she would be turning over in her grave right now, said Susan Kimberly Bracker, who negotiated the $20,000 a month in child support that Combs paid Porter for their son, Christian. $20,000 a month. She worked that out so she can get that money in her hand on the first, refrigerator full of food. Puffy was jealous and he was obsessed with Kim to the point of having her follow constantly, said Bracker, who repped Porter in the early 2000s when Christian, now 26, was a young child. See, they bringing their kids into this stuff. Them kids grown, they don't like it. They don't want nobody speaking on their mama, but they got to know it's some mystery around what's going on with their mama passing. But either way, they talking about reopening this case.
Kim Porter was only 47 years old when she died tragically and suddenly in November 2018. The model dated Sean Diddy Combs for more than a decade and had 3 children with the music mogul. Now, 6 years later, and in the wake of Combs' arrest on a wide variety of federal charges, there are growing calls for an investigation into the circumstances leading to Porter's death.
Gone too soon.
R&B star and Mount Vernon, New York native Al B. Sure, who also had a relationship with Porter prior to Combs and shared a son with her, taking to Instagram in a series of posts calling for the truth, in his words, to be uncovered. I'm writing this post, he says, to formally request an investigation into an entire group of individuals who worked at or around the residence of Miss Kimberly Porter.
I'm just being obedient. It's now time to speak up. There's a lot to it, a lot to unfold.
Kim Porter.
Yes, my ex Kim Porter, my son's mom, Quincy.
Do you think something shady happened there?
Absolutely.
Porter was found dead in her Southern California home after experiencing flu-like symptoms for 4 days. The coroner ruled her death natural, with the cause listed as labor pneumonia. In the Instagram post, Al B. Sure references the recent indictment, but doesn't actually mention Combs by name, something he also refused to do in our sit-down.
I don't speak about other men or other men's business. Whatever is going on with this gentleman, that's for him to deal with it and his counsel.
Al B. suggested Kim was writing a memoir that would have exposed those around her. His Instagram post describing Porter's death as a tragic murder.
What I ask of you is to keep our family in prayer. All of the collateral damage that's been done because of the situation.
Al B. Sure only recently recovered from several health problems that saw him go from a healthy man to near complete organ failure. Doctors had never seen someone suffer this type of health crisis before and consider his recovery a miracle. Candace Gibson, Pix 11 News.
Al B. Shore is a warrior. They said they ain't never seen nobody go through nothing like what he went through and bounce back the way he bounced back. That's because he know he got a mission to do. He got a job to do in life. And I believe when it's all said and done, Al B. Shore gonna be like that old man at the end of New Jack City that put a bullet in Nino Brown. Porter's friends, her ex-husband, R&B singer Al B. Shore, and another family lawyer have all issued statements calling the memoir a fraud. Christian and Porter's other 3 children has issued a statement condemning the memoir and its horrific conspiracy theories. Yeah, they trying to sell some books, but I'm trying to tell y'all they sold out. I can't get me no copy. Do they got this on Audible? Because either real or fake, it's still going to be entertaining. Now, I know she wouldn't have took this photoshopping picture and put herself on there like that with them Egyptian letters. This is horrible. Brian M. Hansen, this a money grab and lost words. He talking about somebody gave him the hard drive to Kim Porter. This disrespectful. They trolling hard, but maybe it's some truth in there. Maybe people don't want to believe the truth. Maybe it ain't nothing but facts. Y'all gonna have to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, but I gotta speak on my boy Gene Deal one more again, because he been going at Diddy for a long time. Gene Deal, the king of hip-hop and R&B, if you ask me. If it ain't about Gene, it ain't about nothing right now. He reigning on top. Well, I'm reigning on top of Mount Olympus, but he reigning on his own little throne. And I'm proud of Gene Deal. He done chatty patty his way all the way to the bank. I wonder if he even getting paid like that. How he gonna monetize all of this? He need to have $1 billion because he the one that cracked the code. Listen at what this man had to say, y'all.
You personally, right? What do you think happened to Kim Porter?
If I say something personal, bro, and my belief, and I put it on to the public, then I might be liable. You understand what I'm saying? I might could be liable for what I say. So I just can't say that, yo, I don't really want to say what I really believe, brother. Because, you know, what I really believe is that they might got into a little spat, a little fight, or something went down, and Puff did that play fighting stuff that he always do, and that pillow fighting stuff, and probably smothered her. But I wouldn't say that on the air. I wouldn't let people know that he probably smothered her to death, and because she had a bad cold or she felt some kind of way that she died doing them having that play fight with the pillow fights and everything and smothered her. But I'm not going to say nothing like that on the program because I don't want to get myself in trouble. As far as saying that with him and say, oh, he said this and he said that. Nah, I'm just being facetious. I'm just being sarcastic that if, you know, in those type of realms and those type of things, because I'm never going to say that he probably smothered her to death. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden they rush to do the coroner come in and say, yo, she had pneumonia. She died of pneumonia, but nobody did no autopsy or nothing like that. Get out of here. Have her funeral, put her in a gold casket. It takes, 2 months to get those gold caskets? Had it within a week? Or you're a millionaire. I guess you can. You're a multi-millionaire. You can get it that quick.
Man, I can't call it rest in peace to Kim Porter. For Gene Deal to be saying stuff like that got everybody scratching their head like, is people just saying and doing this stuff for entertainment? Is any of this stuff for real? Are they just trying to slander this man because he was on top and now they on top because he not? The most outrageous allegations in Kim Porter's memoir about Diddy. Oh man, they said some old crazy stuff in this book. Now they talking about she got suffocated to death, allegedly. I don't believe none of that, but that's what they talking about out there in them streets because of Gene. If he would have never said what he said, nobody would even be talking about her getting smothered to death. Like I said, I'm looking for a copy. If you're trying to sell a copy on Kindle or whatever the case is, you got people leaving good reviews, then you got people leaving bad reviews. He said a well-crafted biography by a remarkable woman. So people believe in every word. Then you got people that don't. Then you got people that do. Then you got people that don't. They said a terrible book. All it does is repeats itself over and over. Definitely a cash grab, doesn't give deep into any single situation, repeats itself a lot, and feels like it was written by a 9th grader. It couldn't be that bad. Somebody said garbage AI written fluff. You know what? The AI do come up with some bogus BS, and people be believing it like it's nothing but facts. Maybe they is making AI books. Somebody had to do it because it ain't like Kim Porter around to release the book. They said the only person that could have possibly released the book was Kimora Lee Simmons. So since it ain't got her name on it, she ain't in the credits, it is sketchy. Somebody said it's a must read for fans of celebrity biographies. It can't all be cap. I mean, it's a book. It gotta have some factual data in there, but most likely it's stuff that you can find online. Somebody said a heartbreaking and inspiring story, a beautifully written biography, AI generated pile of BS. It's people outside of the culture that ain't never heard of Kim Porter, so when they get the book, when they listen to it, they don't know nothing about hip hop, politics, or none of that stuff. So to them, it's a beautiful written biography. Y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all read the book, man. I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a read. If it's on if it's on Audible, I'll use one of my credits to see what it is, you know what I'm saying? But then again, as a man, I really don't want to entertain this madness because this some old video vixen, Corinne Steffens superhead madness. And I ain't saying she was superhead, but you know, Diddy did put her to work like every other woman. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. See, they need to cut this out because we ain't got no business speaking on her. She gone, let her rest in peace. If Diddy did what Gene Deal said he did, and they find out he did it, no wonder he on suicide watch. Y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. I got so much love for y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification button too. And one more thing, subscribe to my channel if that's what you want.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk, baby girl.